Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report, find out what happened on the soccer pitch that you don't see every day.
The race to be the first was settled today. Find out what ski resort opened, A-Basin or Loveland.
The Rock and Roll Marathon hits the Mile High City once again. All this and more on the Met Report.
Welcome, thank you for joining us. I'm Douglas Coulter.
And I'm Erica Lloyd. MSU Denver's Master of Social Work program recently received a $1.2 million grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration. The grant will fund stipends for MSW students who work with children and youth with behavioral health issues, including mental health and addiction. The grant will fund $10,000 stipends for 88 MSW students. The university's Master of Social Work program currently has 212 enrolled students.
Tuesday, October 21st, Auraria campus hosts Breaking Silence, a story of survival. First-hand survivors of domestic violence and abuse will lead the event as they share their struggles and emotional healings. The event continues through Thursday, October 23rd at the Tivoli 320 Ballroom. For more information, visit www.breakingsilenceco.org.
You've got your smartphone, your smart car, and now you can get a smart desk. The StirKinetic Smart Desk has lots of unique features that you won't find in an ordinary desk. Every 20 minutes, the desk tells you to switch positions. It also is motorized to automatically adjust to your height. This smart desk can also tell the temperature. But these desks aren't cheap. They cost $3,890. But don't rush out to get one just yet. The company is still fixing glitches and sensitivity issues with the touchscreen.
Not only is Colorado the healthiest state in the country, but did you know that Denver is one of the healthiest towns to attend college? The rankings from bestvalueschools.com takes into account the amount of physically active people, incidence of heart disease, diabetes, and depression, and the percentage of people who consider themselves smokers. Denver, ranking in at 23, is credited for being only an hour and a half away from top ski resorts and home to the 40-mile-long Cherry Creek bike path. Denver also has very few cases of heart disease and a low obesity rate. Colorado Springs also made the list. Topping the list at number 1 is San Jose, California.
Midterms are almost over. Fortunately for students, MSU offered a de-stress fest to help students relax. Addison Goodell has more.
As students make their way to the classroom and back home to study, a break would be nice to achieve every so often.
And it just kind of gets them thinking about those things that might make a difference between a great grade in class or not doing so well in classes. A lot of workshops that go on, and one of the workshops that we had that's really popular was the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And it's just kind of about how so many substances and anything like that's distracting to class can really make a difference in how well you do in school.
Students will have the chance to de-stress themselves with learning certain steps into making less stressful test taking and other helpful points to get through the semester.
As from studying, I play little games on my iPad, puzzle games, RPG games, anything to keep me distracted. About 12 hours a week, and then Sundays as much as possible.
We also have a lot of, we have like a Fun Fit Friday where you do yoga, you do Pilates, anything to kind of just get you relaxed and just thinking about ways that you can further do better and not stress yourself out so much.
Remember, students, that the harder you cram late night studying doesn't necessarily mean you'll be ready for that test at 8 a.m. Getting plenty of sleep and time management is what's going to help you get through this semester. For the Met Report, I'm Addison Goodell.
Looking for a frightfully good time? Met Media and the Metrosphere Arts and Literacy magazine staff are hosting their annual Halloween party, Metrophere. It takes place on Thursday night, October 23rd from 7 to 10 at the St. Cajetan Church. The event features collections of stories, artwork, and from students, music, snacks, and even a costume contest. For more information, contact Lauren De La Cruz at ldelacruz@msudenver.edu.
After an Auraria student's backpack was snatched and stolen on a light rail, police advise students to be aware of their surroundings at all times. Meher Amin tells us more.
Fear, anxiety, and excitement. These are only a few of the feelings light rail users may feel on a regular basis. Due to the recent events of a robbery at 1 a.m. on September 28th that took place at the 10th and Colfax station, it's important for all students of the Auraria campus to know how to feel safe on the train and on campus at all times. We asked for their feedback on how safe they feel on light rail and on campus.
Pretty safe. Sometimes I take it as late as like 8, 9 o'clock at night. Sometimes campus is not as safe, but once you get to the light rail, you pretty much know that you're going to be okay.
So perfectly safe. I've never had any problems.
What do you suggest we can do, or RTD can do, the police can do, to prevent those types of situations to happen?
Well, I suppose if they had like security guards or something like stationed at this at each of the stops, and if they just like watched it.
Even with police and blue light telephones scattered all across campus, it's important for students to remain vigilant. For the Met Report, Meher Amin.
Do you have an interest in fashion? Think you've got what it takes to walk the catwalk in Colorado's biggest fashion show? Well, here's your chance. Sign up now to participate in a Denver Fashion Week casting call on October 23rd at City Hall on 11th and Broadway. The audition is open to male and female models ages 17 and up who are at least 5'7". Experience is expected but not required. Casting accepts both agency and independent models. Casting starts at 6 p.m. This year's fashion lineup includes Mondo Guerra, Stephanie O, Diesel, and many other top designers.
The Denver Marathon is almost here, and John Madden has a sneak peek at one of the country's biggest races.
The streets of Denver, Colorado are currently filled with traffic running off of gasoline and motor oil. This Sunday, those streets will be filled with traffic running off of blood, sweat, and tears. Denver is hosting the 5th annual Rock and Roll Marathon October 19th, where runners from all over the country will look to conquer the 26.2-mile course for one of those precious medals and bragging rights.
Completing a marathon is life-changing. Makes you feel like you can accomplish anything you set your mind to.
Alan Bridgeforth is a personal trainer, owner of Get Off the Couch Fitness, who has completed 10 marathons, with one of them being the Denver Rock and Roll.
The Denver Rock and Roll Marathon is a great race. It takes you all around Denver's popular landmarks.
This year's course will start at Civic Center Park, then make trips around the Pepsi Center, Coors Field, Washington Park, and then finish back where it started. Here at Civic Center Park, if you cross the finish line, you're either feeling like a champion or feeling like you need to find the nearest hospital. So if you're running this weekend, before you cross the first mile, what are some tips and tricks to think of so you can celebrate outside of the ER room?
Just to be careful and be aware of your body.
Ivana Ramirez is a member of MSU's cross-country team and has completed 3 marathons herself.
I think you just have to go out there and have fun and know it's going to be tough.
Really control your pace.
Jason Carey is also a member of the cross-country team.
Make sure you carb load the night before, get enough rest. Don't eat as much as you think you should before the race because that will slow you down.
For the Met Report, John Madden.
Well, with the marathon and Fashion Week coming up, there's a lot of exciting stuff to do. Hey, are you going to audition to be a model?
I don't think so. Not this time around anyway.
No?
I think I definitely meet the height requirement, though. What was it, 5'7"?
5'7". Yeah, we both qualify.
Well, there you go.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
We'll go strut our stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, coming up is weather. Sarah, is it going to be nice this weekend?
Thanks, Erica. Yes, we have a nice weekend coming up, but more on that later. Taking a look at our current conditions right now, we're sitting at a nice even 60 degrees with a high of 64, low of 42, and plenty of sunshine. Hourly, we're looking at our highest temps at 62 over here in the mid-afternoon area. We won't be seeing much of a fall until about 6 p.m. and that's when we're going to hit those high 50 degrees. Averages for October 17th, well, we're sitting at a little bit lower than what the regular average is, but our lows for this evening are going to be well above the average. Record high back in 1991, 91 degrees. Whew. Record low, 14 degrees in 1984. Tomorrow's weather, going to be beating out those averages by quite a bit. We're actually looking at a high of 70 degrees. Quite nice. Low of 46 and lots of sunshine. So take advantage of that warm fall weather while you can. Back to you guys.
Well, I like this time of year, and I'm glad that we're not near that 91 degrees today.
Oh, me too. But you know what? I'm really hoping. It always seems to snow on Halloween. Have you noticed that?
It does. Yeah, it usually does.
I'm crossing my fingers that it's not.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't this year. We'll keep those fingers crossed
We'll have to
and see what happens. All right, still to come on the Met Report, find out just how big the record-holding pumpkin is in Colorado.
And if you're planning on taking your kids trick-or-treating this year, we'll tell you what to look out for.
And women's golf was in Utah to wrap up their fall season. We'll let you know how they finished later on in sports. We'll be right back.